Let's play! Whoa! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the stream of the Great Ace Attorney, where I'm joined with...
Skinny Manny, hello!
Oh, hello! Hello, Gliding Flavin! Sorry. What the hell were we doing?
We were getting ready to talk to, Holmes. I almost said hose.
I mean, we can talk to Hose. That's what, where'd the Hose be at?
Where the hose at?
What did I say? I think during the one of the God of War streams I did last year, I think one of the quotes I have is like, "Where that big booty bitch at?" Though, because it was Ghost of Sparta. Because one of the antagonists, she had, I'm gonna sound like Al Pacino here, but she had a great ass. Like, damn, okay.
Wow.
And Kratos, all he has to do is push circle, and then, you know. All right, that's enough of me being stupid. Let's talk to the great detective, Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. Great detective in quotation marks.
Right. So you're a great detective, and you said your name was... Precisely, a great detective indeed. I am the famous Sherlock Holmes. All right. Well then, the Sherlock Holmes. No. There's no need to say the each time. Mr. Holmes is more than adequate. If your interest in my escapades is piqued, then I would recommend you read this.
The Strand Magazine. This is a popular entertainment publication in Great Britain. Rest assured, Mr. Holmes, I have imported every issue from Great Britain without fail.
It says The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes right here. So, wait, basically you're a character in this book? Precisely. You've hit the mark. So he's so engrossed in this book that he actually believes he's the great detective? Wait, I'm confused.
What?
Is he not Sherlock Holmes?
I think he is. I think it's
Dr. Watson. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think it's really him. I think they just wrote his mystery solved into a novel.
Gotcha, because I'm going to sound so stupid here. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson were not real people, right?
Right.
Okay. God, for a second I thought it was actually real. Now that I'm thinking about Sherlock Holmes, real quick, do you remember watching that cartoon, Sherlock Holmes of the 22nd century?
Mm-mm.
Or like, it was Sherlock Holmes in the future. And Dr. Watson, like, became a robot.
Okay, that sounds familiar, but it's not ringing any bells.
Like, it had like a really stupid and catchy theme song, like Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century.
Are you serious?
I swear.
Hold on. Sherlock.
It was the 22nd century? It was the 30-something century? It's so random. These are cartoons that we grew up with, ladies and gentlemen, who are watching this right now, or anyone watching on YouTube.
Yes. Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century.
There you go. 22nd century. There you go. Okay.
Oops.
That's enough of that.
Oh, I gotta watch these. Okay, sorry.
You're good. I can tell by your face that you misunderstand. I'm not as self-deluded as I might seem.
Ah!
The truth, in fact, is completely the opposite. Opposite?
What you talking about, Holmes?
You see, there's a series of stories about my adventures that's written by my biographer. Right, your biographer. Indeed. Presently, Dr. Watson is back in London looking after our flat. Oh.
Oh.
Oh boy. Dr. Watson? Well, thanks to the popularity of this book, the Doctor has been incredibly busy as of late. As have I. I returned from Asia, where I solved the mystery surrounding a cursed royal crown. I can't tell if he's joking or serious, but either way, that sounds terrifying. To me, deduction is everything. Simply put, It is the art of pure logic.
Pure logic?
Art? Donkey! Okay, I'm gonna do that all the time.
I know, it's great. Donkey!
Donkey! A great observer of men does not allow even a single reaction to slip by unnoticed. A slight change in the line of sight or facial muscles a person's very manner of conduct. The fingernails, the sleeves, the wrinkles in their clothes. All of this is vital information. I see. A great observer can synthesize all of that information together in a single instant. And the logic he gleans from the conclusions will allow him to find the one and only truth. Indeed, you saw these very powers at work earlier. He's got some nerve being able to say that while looking me right in the eyes. Yes, an extraordinary observer, a formidable logician, and the greatest detective alive. That is him, Batman! And he is me, Sherlock Holmes.
Such a dork.
Hey, Batman's awesome.
Yes.
Sogi's incident. Have you heard of anything in regards to the incident? My, have I heard anything? Well, I only drew out the culprit lurking in his cabin and discovered what he was hiding. You do realize that you're speaking with the great detective Sherlock Holmes, right? I do, yes. Wait, then... He's the one to blame for the mess I'm in.
This morning, after I realized that something was wrong in the cabin, I called for the sailors' help in opening the door.
Yes, the sailors set themselves to their work, and the great detective baited his breath. That better be the only thing he baited. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's right. It was I, Sherlock Holmes, who found you at the scene of the crime.
What is wrong with you?
A lot. And dare I say, those handcuffs compliment you quite nicely.
Oh, shut up.
Ugh. Well, whatever else may have happened, two truths dawned at me at the moment in time. Two truths?
Ugh. Sorry, I was gonna sneeze.
Oh, I thought you were like moving something.
No. Oh god, it's like that sneeze tease.
Oh, I
And I'm
hate
like,
that.
no, I just want to sneeze, please.
Like it really tickles. It's like son of a bitch. Maybe that's just me.
No, yeah, that's exactly. I was like,
oh, I like how two truths turned like it turned into
it turned
two
into
truths. Two twos. Toofs.
two toofs.
Mr. Holmes, can you elaborate, please?
Please.
What are the two truths you realized this morning while you were in the cabin? Let me be more precise. There are two truths I pieced together in a single instant. Let's put it that way. I see. Well, please, tell me more. Very well. The two truths I deduced from the state of the cabin. 1. The culprit could not have escaped, as there was a locked room incident. And 2. The victim was Russian, and he was killed after a falling out of his comrade. Now, please, hold on a moment. Wait, why Russian? Why, that's easy enough. The message left behind by the victim on the floor. Take a look. That! It means wardrobe in Russian.
Oh.
Cosimo wrote his dying message in Russian?
In his final moments, his native tongue was the first to come to mind. Thus, he is Russian. Soki's Russian now? Initially, I walked under the assumption that the culprit's name was Wardrobe. However, out of precaution, I opened the actual wardrobe in order to verify the situation for myself. I had a little too much to drink.
And that was where Naruhodo was sleeping, right?
Just so. Inside was a slumbering Russian, the true culprit. In other words, you. Jeez. Are there any other Russians I need to know about? You're Squidward, I'm Squidward. Are there any other Squidwards I need to know about? Meow.
Meow. Oh my god. I just saw that episode too.
Oh, that's right. You're watching the SpongeBob episode.
Oh, so funny.
God.
Yeah, Spencer's actually remixing Jellyfish Jam.
He's remixing it?
Well, yeah, kind of doing his own spin on it.
That's insane.
I'm like,
I still remember that cartoon you showed me that he did. It's like, what the? You are wearing the same attire as the victim. Ergo, you are comrades. If memory serves, that is certainly the type of clothing that Russians are known to wear.
What? The student uniform has actually been Russian clothing?
I'm absolutely sure that the great detective's memory is dead wrong here.
yeah.
Ah, yes, I took a photograph earlier to avoid any tampering with the words on the floor. I love the music just completely cut off there. This is a photograph taken of the victim's corpse before it was transported out of the room. By the time I opened my eyes, Asogi's body was already gone. This is my first time seeing him in this state with my own eyes.
Are you alright, Naruto?
Yes, I'll be fine. The Russian word for wardrobe is written here in purple ink. Interesting why they say purple
Purple.
ink. Thought to have been written with the last of Asogi's strength. Can I take? Oh yeah, I want to take a look at that right now, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Is he right-handed? Oh yeah, he's right-handed, because I think his sword was on his left.
right. That's what I'm thinking.
His beautiful face.
I'm not seeing anything that stands out just yet. So, there we go. Oh, that's right. Mr. Holmes. Yes? What do you need? Speaking of Russia, didn't you say this earlier? That I'm a Russian and a refugee and a cruel revolutionary or something? Ah, yes. That was a truth whispered by my logic. Could you maybe elaborate about that seemingly careless whisper? Of course. Gladly. Like I said, I'm not Russian. Your reasoning. About that earlier theory of yours. The one that's about me. On a journey to a foreign land with a predicament facing you. Is that the one? Yeah, that's right. Please explain all the other parts of what you said too. The Russian refugee, the revolutionary, the assassination of the 16 people. Ah, that. Well, it's a simple theory, if truthfully. Here's this morning's newspaper. The front page headline reads as follows. Wow. I'm sorry. You know when people are just like caricatures of themselves? This is a caricature of somebody being Russian.
Yeah.
So much so, please don't confirm or deny anything. It almost seems fake. But that's just me. Revolutionary Dmitry Demoglaski flees Russia, believed to be en route to Shanghai. This ship made port in Shanghai yesterday, and last night a Russian was killed. Since when did Asogi turn into a Russian?
Kazuma may have been mistaken for a Russian due to the words he left on the...
Therefore, in conclusion, the culprit of this crime must have been the heartless revolutionary. Having had his own identity exposed in the paper, he murdered his fellow refugee. In summation, you are he, Mr. Dmitry Demoglaski himself. No. I mean, first of all, we don't even look even remotely similar. Look at his face. Now look at mine. Well, nonetheless, the fact remains that you are a terrible revolutionary. After all, isn't it likely that a revolutionary would have revolutionized his own face? Ugh. That's your argument? By the way, your name isn't listed on the passenger list from embarkment either. Well, he's right about that part. I am a stowaway and all.
So then, what about the killing of the 16 people and this Crystal Tower business?
Ah, right. The fact is, all that information is contained within this front-page article. Your true occupation and your nefarious deeds, my good fellow, I know them all. Dmitry Demoglaski himself was quoted saying all of these things. There can be no doubt.
So a revolutionary willingly agreed to an interview for a newspaper?
Wait, so what about the first thing you said? The part about returning from Afghanistan? Oh, that too is written here, clear as day. It states that you just returned from a string of destructive acts in the country. Honestly, I've never even heard of this Afghanistan. Oh, how rude of me! Allow me to give you this newspaper as a sign of our acquaintance. Alright. Thank you. I've already finished reading it after all, and discarding it would be so troublesome. Alright, revolutionary article, Russian newspaper article, revolutionary Demoglaski defecting from Russia via Shanghai route. I'm gonna take a look at that right now, really quick.
Yes.
Details. Oh. Let's go ahead and just examine the picture.
Okay. Oops.
This article is in Russian. I can't read it at all.
Me neither. I don't speak a lick of Russian. I'm disappointing you two. Allow me. The front page of this paper features an article about a frightening man. Revolutionary flees Russia, believed to be en route to Shanghai. Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. I've said that none... it's been said that none who have seen that beard of his has returned alive.
My, how awful.
At
At the very least...
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. At the very least, whoever took this picture was just fine. If he's truly so averse to his beard being seen, he'd do well to shave it off.
I don't think that's the issue here.
Let's take a look at the back. Hello!
Hold on, I'm not there yet. Excuse me? Who is this?
Who are you? I'm being
Hi,
perfect.
Derry.
Hi, Derry. You gotta make me some ice cream? That sounds bad.
Ew.
Did you notice something, Naruhodo?
I got something... Actually, no, I can't make that joke.
No!
No, I was just wondering what this article on the back was about.
I haven't the slightest clue. I can't read a single letter.
I can't read it either, but judging from the feeling I'm getting from this photo, it looks like it might be about some sort of beautiful ballerina.
Yes, she is quite beautiful. Is this perhaps the woman that strikes your fancy?
Yes. I'm not sure how to respond to that. You're quite a discerning eye for that article to catch your attention.
Yeah.
If I may, allow me to explain what the article's about. Please do. You just popped out of nowhere. This article is about a disappearance that occurred at some point last night. A beautiful flower of the prestigious Novovich Ballet Company goes missing. I'm gonna apologize if I mispronounce anything in Russian as well. I can barely speak English. A lone girl was found missing during a ballet performance in Shanghai. It was a beautiful young ballerina named Nikomina
Borshevich?
Borshevich. I'm gonna stick with that. I apologize. Anybody who is Russian or understands Russian, I'm mutilating these pronunciations. Bear with me. It's hard to remember the names of Russian people. It says that she disappeared from her dressing room, still wearing her costume. Japan included a tiara set with gems valued at 20,000 rubles. How much money is 20,000 rubles?
I wouldn't be able to even begin to guess, but surely it's more money than we could possibly dream of.
Sasato's eyes are shining. Since it's here as property of the ballet, the owner is on the brink of losing his mind. Well, can't say I blame him. In order to retrieve both Miss Nicomina and that tiara, the ballet company is requesting search warrants for all vessels that are heading towards Britain.
Might it be that she's defecting as well?
It's starting to seem like defection is Russia's specialty.
Naruhodo, you shouldn't say things like that.
See, look what we got for being investigative.
Yay.
Alright.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I believe that was all we can take a look at. So,
Okay.
let's continue talking to Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes.
Come to think of it, the article on the back page was also rather fascinating. On the back? Yeah, feel free to read if you wish. Who knows? You just might become a Russian connoisseur. Russian newspaper, huh? Too bad I don't know how to read it. But since I already have, I might as well take a look at the article on the back. We already did. What
What you've been...
Oh, you okay? You go ahead.
What you've investigated?
There you go. By the way, you were inspecting Asogi's desk earlier, weren't you? If you call that inspecting. Asogi. Ah, right, the victim.
Was there anything that stood out to you?
I'll take a good look at the desktop.
He's got a computer?
I was kind of thinking about the same thing. The victim appears to have been writing something. This is his London travel journal, and that's his handwriting too. Oh, but I don't think it's respectful to read through someone's journal right after they passed. Oh, shut up, Naruhodo. My. You should have spoken up before I read it. What? So you already went ahead and read through it? Of course. Despite my appearance, I can read basic Japanese quite well. Is that so? I think he's about to feel the wrath of a societal toss. Well, aren't you gonna give the great detective a societal toss for that?
Goodness, whatever are you talking about?
This is so unfair. All other matters aside, in regard to the victim's journal, the last sentence appears to be suddenly stopped halfway through. What could he have been in the middle of writing? Could you perhaps enlighten me? Huh? But didn't you just say you could read Japanese? So I did, but like I said, only the basic symbols. For example, I can read the word harakiri. How's that? Impressive, isn't it? If you say so. But this writing is filled with kanji characters. I wasn't able to read a single one of them. His bragging didn't amount to much at all.
Excuse me, may I? If you allow me to see that, I can read it for you.
Ah, yes then. Please, by all means.
Oh, she's fangirling. That's why she's not gonna talk to him.
Ah. Actually, hold on, really quick. How old? I want to take a look at his profile in here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I don't feel that old now.
Oh, he's 34? Okay. He looks good for...
Yeah, no, he's doing well for 34. Okay. Okay, did you read a sentence with Sasato?
Oh, no.
Okay.
There are two sentences written on the last page of the journal. 1 hour and 23 minutes after midnight, I heard a sound like a low whistle.
A whistle? Intriguing. Please continue.
And the other sentence. 1 hour and 35 minutes after... I saw a speckled band in the air duct.
A speckled band? I wonder what that means.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure. I've never heard of it before.
At the air duct. Then I would suspect. It must be none other than the air duct which connects to the adjacent cabin. The adjacent cabin, huh? Alright, we got his journal. The last thing he wrote before reaching London. According to what he describes right before death, he saw a speckled band. I'm gonna take a look at that real quick to see if there's anything else tied to that journal.
Well, then is that easy? It's like he got bit by a snake?
I mean, it could be, because they said there wasn't any fatal injuries on him, right? At least no outward injury.
Right.
So it could be something like that. Yeah, you just click on the details. It just says the same thing. All right, I got some theories coming along still, but
A low whistle.
well, that's the thing. Yeah, low whistle. And wait, is it hour 23? So 1:23, he heard a low whistle at 1:35. So 12 minutes afterwards, he saw a speckled band at the air duct, or a snake.
Okay.
Okay.
Whew.
Now then, I must excuse myself.
If I may ask, where might you be heading?
None of your damn business.
Well, okay then.
To be frank, I'm a bit curious about the victim's journal. I feel that it'd be worth investigating, and I'll get seasick if I just stand around.
Could it be that you are intending to go to the adjacent room, the one connected to the air duct?
Without a mystery, a great detective's existence is worthless and sorrowful. Rest assured, I grant you my word that the truth will become clear soon enough. Wait, excuse me, would you mind if we joined you? Oh, that would be a tad difficult, you see. Huh? Wait, why is that? Why are you even asking me? Just take a look at your hands. These handcuffs, huh? After all, you are the suspect of this murder at the moment, are you not? What do you mean by that? Please don't act like this doesn't concern you. You're the one who accused me in the first place. Oh? Then what are you talking about? I don't ever recall uttering a single word implying that you were the culprit. Huh? No, you did! It wasn't even that long ago! Now, aren't you a strange one? Just why would I say something like that?
But Mr. Holmes, I'm rather certain you did.
Huh? Really? That's queer. You really don't have the look of a criminal, after all. Even though he was looking right in my eyes when he accused me. Well, I suppose it's fine. This is this, and that is that, as the saying goes. What do you mean? In other words, it's like this. The culprit should act like a culprit. Just roll over and give up. That was beyond cruel. Unbelievable. That great detective just ran off laughing all the while.
Come on now, Naruto. What are you doing standing around for?
Huh?
The two of us ought to check out the cabin next door as well, with all due haste.
But look at me. I'm not really in any condition to... Oh.
Kazuma left his final lead for us, even as he lay dying. Meanwhile, you would rather just roll over and give up?
Everyone is so mean to me. Yeah, it's gonna go down your bloodline, buddy.
Trust.
In any case, it seems that there are still things worth investigating in this room. No, there's not! Let's continue our investigation and wait for our chance to move to the adjacent room.
Yes, let's.
Even in the state, there must be still something I can do. For Soki's sake, I need to do whatever it takes to forge a new path forward. The hell?
What?
Oh, I'm gonna take a look. Oh, well, we could talk to the guy again, the Russian sailor.
You're right.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else.
Oh, I already clicked on the sailor. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good, because actually there wasn't anything else to click on, so... Excuse me, may I have a moment of your time? Would you like a Japari bun at this trying time?
It was just a bit...
I should actually. You go ahead and say it because it's your thing.
Would you like to try a Japari bun in this trying time?
Another one.
Another one. What do you want?
I actually have one thing to ask. A favor that I have to request. Would you please allow me to investigate outside of this cabin?
Oh, okay, we said this already.
Huh? Oh, the criminal himself telling me to let him escape. Well, that's actually a little bit new, right? Or no?
Nope.
Alright. We're in the middle of the ocean. There's no possible way for me to escape. Regardless, you're not leaving this room until we reach port and hand you over to the local police. Do you understand? I understand. It looks like there's no point in asking a sailor for anything. Okay.
But it was like not checked marked though.
Because I do believe that was a little bit new. Just a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I don't think there's anything new we can do. Let's just try moving.
Okay.
Well, thanks to the great detective, now it's going to be even harder to get out of this cabin. There's nothing to do
What?
but keep looking around for some useful new piece of information. Are we blind?
Yes.
Like, I'm being pretty thorough here.
I thought we examined everything. Wait a minute.
Especially with everything being checkmarked, unless the...
We didn't examine the door.
The door?
The red door.
Wow. Really? How the hell did we miss that?
I don't know.
We rushed here earlier. This door had been bolted tightly from the inside the cabin.
It's just a small, simple bolt. But it'd be impossible to break either out or in as long as it was latched in place. Given the evidence so far, I don't blame Susato for doubting me. I can feel Susato's glare burning to the back of my neck. Say, do you even read mystery novels? Do you ever read mystery novels? This is the part where they use a needle and thread to bolt a door from the outside.
An ingenious trick indeed. Yes, I do love reading mystery.
That's a cute little book.
Oh.
But since all the doors and general surroundings on the ship are made of iron, that trick wouldn't work here. Needles and thread can't cut through iron.
I love the subtleness of their
Yes.
face, like their emotions. Like you see how she like gives that glare, like you bitch. It's like, I'm sorry.
Ow! Oh no, my mouse.
Oh no. Now her glare feels more like needles digging into me.
There, sir.
I think that's him.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it is. Huh? Wait, look over there.
It's that sailor. He wasn't there a little while ago.
That's exactly what I thought.
If you have any questions, perhaps you should see what he has to say.
He might shout at me again, but I guess I could give it a shot. Alright, let's examine this sailor. Oh?
What's the matter, Naruhodo?
Nothing. It's just that sailor standing over there by the door. For some reason, I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. I knew it.
Now that you mention it, he does look a bit familiar. Hello, excuse me.
Well, that's fine. Yes, can I help you with something?
It is him.
I knew it. You can't trick me, anime. I definitely recognize that face. Doesn't help that he, well, not only is he coughing, but he's also doing the same pose as the waiter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think they ever really discussed what sickness he does have. or why he's coughing up blood, or if it's even important. The only thing that keeps coming to mind is tuberculosis.
Oh, yeah. Because that was
And
common back then.
very common. And I'm only saying this because of a certain game that I'm not going to say what, because it's actually kind of a pivotal point in the game. I think some viewers know, though, what I'm talking about.
Ooh?
It's a game, and one of the pivotal points in the game is finding out that the character has TB.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't say what the game is in case some people want to play it.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. There's no doubt.
Why, if it isn't Detective Hosonaga?
It has been some time. Why? Wait, why are you here in a place like this? I could ask you the same question. I was so astonished that my heart stopped beating.
Are you sure you didn't mean to say I thought my heart was going to stop beating?
I've infiltrated the ship under special orders. Again?
You really enjoy infiltrating, don't you?
If it is within my power to do so, allow me to assist you in any way I can. The detective just might be the key to overturning this dire situation. Can we talk to him really?
Oops.
Yeah. What happened?
Stop. Oh, God, sorry. I pressed moved instead of talk.
Oh, and something happened?
Yeah. No, nothing happened. It just said, I'm not going to move right now. I'm like,
Oh, okay. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to him. So, what are your special orders this time around?
Moreover, why are you dressed like that?
I am terribly sorry. Huh? All of the fault of this incident lies squarely upon my shoulders. What do you mean, Detective? My special orders were to guard Asogi. The arrangements were made by Secretary Jigoku. Sorry. Jikoku of the Ministry of Justice.
You're like, that's a name I recognize.
Right, Goku! I was to protect him from possible assassins, so that he might reach Britannia unharmed. Well, you did a shit job, now didn't you?
Right.
Assassins? He was in that much danger? I do not know for sure, but what I do know is, currently there is much tension between the empires of the East and West. The Secretary of the Ministry told me to take every possible contingency into account. How could this be?
Is it really possible? Kazuma assassinated?
Unlike most escort missions, I wasn't able to publicly divulge my identity as a bodyguard. I hate escort missions.
That same.
Instead, I was forced to board the ship under the guise of a sailor.
I see.
From dawn till dusk, I kept watch over Asogi, until he retired to his cabin each night. And to think, during the few hours when I was not keeping my vigil, this happened. And so, through my own
Complacency.
is that? I don't know. It's weird, you know, like when you see words and it's like, obviously I heard it, I've said it before, but it's like when you see it, it's like, what?
Yeah, when you see it spelled out, you're like, is that how you spell it?
Weird. Complacency. I allowed him to die. I failed in my duty. I'm no longer worthy of showing my face to either of you. I'm so sorry. Detective Hosonaga. You know what I just realized? He looks like that guy from Fire Force. The lieutenant.
Captain Obi?
No, not the captain. His lieutenant, his second in hand.
Oh,
Hinata or starts with an H. I just heard it too.
I think it is Hinata.
Ah, well.
Chris Wakecamp's character?
Oh, is that Chris Wakehamp?
I think so.
Is that why Kyle Phillips is like, damn, Wakehamp?
Yeah.
Hinawa.
There, thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. Damn, Wakecamp.
Damn, Wakehamp. Might there be something I can do to help make amends for this catastrophic failure? If so, please tell me how it can be of service. Permission to investigate, please.
Please, please.
Right now, we're trying to investigate Asogi's death. I suspected as much. I assume that means you aren't actually the culprit, then. Of course not!
We'd like to move to the cabin next door and investigate things there as well.
Are you able to grant me approval to leave this room? I cannot. My apologies.
Oh.
At present, you are considered to be a threat to the other passengers. If you were to attempt to leave this cabin for any reason, that rowdy sailor would lift you up by the scruff of your neck and toss you right back in. And all because they think I'm a stowaway. Wait, and all because they think I'm a stowaway who murdered one of my own countrymen. But there might be one chance. Have you heard anything persuasive I could use to help you move about more freely?
What would be persuasive, Detective?
If I had something that could provide a reason for you to investigate the other cabin, then I would give my very life, if only to persuade the captain. But that seems a little...
I can think of only one method that will work.
Huh? What is it?
The same method you used on me earlier. You presented evidence to support the argument that you were trying to make.
Presenting evidence.
You should already be familiar with it from your time in the courtroom. Just highlight the item you want, then touch the present button. It's easy as that. Now, show Detective Hosonaga something that might persuade the captain.
Something that will give us a reason to investigate the cabin next door. It's not like we want to barge in there for no reason. Something must support our logic. Just find the right evidence and to touch present, like Shisato said. Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try.
Well, present. I want to say it might be the journal, because he says he saw that speckled band and it's from the air duct.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing that comes to mind, really.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna try that.
Present.
And this is... It's Asogi's journal.
Before Kazuma passed away, he left behind some perplexing words.
Perplexing? In what way?
Like this music. Just listen.
Who's ringing those bells?
In this journal, he wrote, I saw a speckled band in the air duct.
A speckled band. Perplexing words indeed. We still don't understand the meaning those words hold, but the curious thing is... Ah, yes, the air duct, I presume.
You live up to your title, Detective.
That air duct connects directly to the cabin next door. If we investigate that air duct, we just might figure out what the speckled band is. I suppose that's proof enough. Huh? At the moment, I must stay here in this cabin until the ship reaches the next port. I must remain on watch at the crime scene. These are the captain's orders. Therefore, I have no other option than to leave the investigation to the two of you.
Really?
While I cannot remove your handcuffs, you may move freely about the first-class area. But, are you sure it'll be alright? I mean, after all, something... Well, after all, what exactly? After all, the captain's orders were... And then you coughed. Do not worry. I will keep my promise. I'll put my life on the line to persuade the captain. In the end... Wait. Did I miss something?
Did you?
No, I thought I heard you say you couldn't hear me or something.
Oh no, I said, aw.
Oh, okay. Really quick. There you go. I owe Sogi at least that much, as for my failure to protect him. Well, thank you very much, Detective.
Shall we be off then, Naruhodo? If you touch the move button, we can leave the cabin.
The move button, huh? Alright, let's try it out. Okay. Hey, look at that.
Oh, wait.
Alright. Oh, what the hell? Oh my god, it scared the crap out of me. I felt something on my throat, and I'm like, whew! It turned out to be my damn headphone wire. That really scared me. I'm like, what happened? What's happening?
Oh god.
Jeez. Hold on really quick. Boop.
Yes.
Alright. Oh, this is really early in the morning. I didn't realize.
Oh.
Okay. First class cabin. Finally, I'm out of that cabin. Still.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay? Still, I'm a little surprised. The corridor out here is narrower than you'd expect, don't you think?
It is, isn't it? Kazuma was an exchange student sent out by the Japanese government. He was given one of the finest rooms aboard, a first-class cabin. If you're wondering, my third-class cabin is about half the size of Kazuma.
Jeez. It's a pretty cruel treatment you're getting there.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh, hello? Sir?
The hell, man?
You okay?
It's, you're trying to show something there? I mean... Close your damn legs! Excuse me. Oh, well, take a look over there. Damn it, Naruhodo, don't look. Don't look! There's an incredibly strong-looking sailor sitting on guard. And what a Sorry.
Oh my god. That door connects to the second-class cabins. I would think that sailor is on watch to prevent suspicious individuals from passing.
Suspicious individuals? In other words, people like me.
Yes.
I cannot help but notice that though we've been aboard for half a month, your eyes shine as though you're seeing all of this for the first time.
Well, that's because I am. After all, I was a stowaway. I was packed in Osogi's trunk during embarkment. Take it as you may. Since then, I've been crammed into that wardrobe up until today.
That must have been truly terrible indeed.
Don't look at me like that, please. Examine time.
Woo! Should we go to the left?
Yes, please. Because I see something right there in the bottom left.
It's like a mousetrap.
What is that, actually? Oh, you're right. That's a big-ass mousetrap, then.
This is a trap that's used to capture rodents.
Oh, hey! I've seen these in Japan, too. This one looks like it uses bait in a sticky substance I've never seen before, though.
Let's see. The bait is a food called cheese, a Western staple made from fermented milk.
Wait, they don't have cheese in Japan at this time?
I guess not.
Oh, wow. Cheese? I wonder what it tastes like.
I see that curious look. Don't try to eat it, or you'll get your fingers pinched.
Aw. I guess I should just give up, then.
Yes.
Were you actually planning to eat it?
Well, yeah. All I ever got to eat was Asogi's leftovers, after all. I was always jammed in that wardrobe with an empty stomach.
I'll give you some snacks I brought later on.
Oh.
Aw.
I guess we can look at a door, because I want to investigate everything this time. First class cabin 1. This is our room.
It was never your room. It was Kazuma's room.
Huh?
The only space you can really claim as your own in there was the wardrobe.
Yeah, and it was so cramped that I could barely even fit inside. That's the life of a stowaway.
Speaking of first class, they're the nicest, most spacious cabins in the ship. By the way, while this is cabin 1, I was all the way down in cabin 539.
Just how many cabins does the ship have?
Good lord, child.
A lot.
It's
What's
like a
like a fire bell or
yeah.
whatever? What is this? It's nice and round. It kind of adds a nice cute touch to the hallway.
It's an emergency alarm. Please don't touch it.
But it calls to me. Emergency alarm?
Look right here. There's a notice. Please press button only in case of emergency. The button sends an alarm to the entire ship, signaling the engines to temporarily stop.
It makes the engine stop? Maybe.
What are you doing? Get away from that!
What? How is what's happening to me right now not an emergency? I love like he's like, look, this is an emergency.
Oh god. Oh, look at the sassy pose.
Oh damn. Okay. Oh wait, she's 16. She's 16.
Stop.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Just I don't
Oh,
mean
god.
to.
That clearly isn't the kind of emergency they mean. If you push that button and cause panic, and we'd have a real emergency on our hand.
Oh, I wish I could just stop everything happening to me right now.
Please don't inconvenience an entire ship of people just because you're upset.
Jeez.
Damn. All right. Let's let's click on the cabin for the second door cabin, I should say. Oh, maybe I should have clicked on others first.
Oops.
Oh well. Well, here it is. This is the cabin adjacent to Sogi's, the one with the connecting air duct.
And that air duct was where Kazuma saw the speckled band, apparently.
We still might be able to solve that mystery. Let's try to talk to whoever's inside.
Oh god.
Okay.
Hello?
I love you. I actually gotta look up.
Oh god.
Please excuse us. There's some business we need to attend to in that cabin, you see?
No.
It's like, okay.
He says nothing, but his eyes cry out, "Do not open."
That's the same thing I wrote on that slip of paper I had Sogi stick to the wardrobe. Sometimes eyes speak louder than words, I suppose.
Well, I would wager that we won't be allowed to visit this cabin anytime in the near future.
Yeah, this is inconvenient. Okay, well, let's go ahead and look to the right. Map. It's a diagram of the ship, the SS LeClaire.
A 3-deck structure with so many cabins. One might call this a technological marvel.
Actually, I've always wondered, how does such a gigantic hunk of steel manage to float in the ocean without sinking?
It's actually rather simple if you think about it.
Huh?
Well, think about the islands of Japan.
What about them?
Even a massive hunk of land like an island floats without effort. So if you're not surprised that the islands float, then why be surprised that ships do?
That's making me, like, think too much that now every landmass out there, floats.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking too much that, like, if it gets any heavier, we're just gonna sink. Me and my brain.
You and your brain, Pharaoh's brain.
I should have my own TV show now, apparently.
Pharaoh and his brain.
Alright. Oh, I see. That's a pretty good point. Well, what's this blue book?
Defiant dragons? No, I'm just kidding.
I can see an old, oversized ledger book and a pen on that desk over there. I read something completely different.
Apparently, it's some kind of logbook.
Well, shall we take a look inside then?
Wow! Everything about this voyage is detailed in such beautiful writing.
Yeah, I never thought these old sea dogs could actually write well. I even complimented him, but he still refused to acknowledge it.
I think maybe referring to him as an old sea dog wasn't the best choice of words. Oh, this is odd. It looks like the page for last night is almost completely blank.
So in other words, the crew members noticed nothing out of the ordinary last night. Interesting.
Yeah.
Door or sailor?
Door.
This door leads to the second-class cabins. What's wrong?
I have such a strong urge to run through there and just get out of here. I'm not in the best of situations right now, as you can plainly see.
That's true, but you also know that the moment you dare touch the handle, that brawny sailor won't hesitate to shoot you to death. Did that joke go too far? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
No, I was the one who took my joke too far, in the end. All jokes aside, though, I could never just flee and leave Asogi's death unsolved. Okay, you big burly man. Excuse me, may I have a moment?
I can do this.
Please do.
Oh god, hold on. I gotta get comfortable. There we go. I need breath support, so I'm like...
I hear you.
Alright. Oh look, it's the stowaway murderer.
Well, that was a nice way for him to crush my spirits right off the bat.
If he won't talk to you, perhaps he'd be willing to speak with me. Good morning, sir. May I ask you a few questions?
Oh look, it is the cheap servant girl that was stuffed in third class with other foreigners. You
Wow.
racist bastard.
Right?
And sexist bastard.
You bastard!
I see. I see I'm a target for his abuse as well.
Sounds like the sailor didn't wake up on the right side of the bunk today, huh?
Stop calling me a sailor. I am senior crewman Mitrov Stroganov.
Seriously? Like, Stroganoff?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, even though he clearly hates us, I guess we should try to speak with him. Alright.
First class cabin.
Top up the cabins. Mr. I want to make a really bad joke, but I can't.
Don't you dare.
Do you know?
This is your channel.
I mean, well, first, do you know what I want to say?
I think so.
Yeah. Well,
Sick man.
yeah, I'm nasty. Mr. Stroganoff, can you please tell me more about the first class area?
This is where highest class of cabins are. Corridor connects to each of them.
Highest class? Could you please tell us more?
Only certain people use rooms. Public figures, kings traveling, and secret rich people. Important people. So I am here as guard.
Kings? Well, that's really impressive.
A stowaway hides in one of these cabins on my watch. If I could, I would throw you into ocean right now and rest easy.
Please forgive me.
If I may ask a question, is anyone currently staying in the cabin next to Kazuma?
Yeah!
Or is that Da?
Da!
Sato, what was that just now?
It sounded like a da to me. It means yes in Russian. Or maybe it means no?
It's so one of those two, I guess.
Cannot let you visit other passengers' rooms just because you want to.
Oh, no, come on. Frames, you were doing so well for like the hour. Well, it was bound to happen. You know, it also could be because it seems like always around this time anyway, there's always congestion anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was bound to happen, but once again, because everybody seems to be using it, this is gonna keep happening. Yeah, it's a bad one too. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
I think we're good now. Well, that means the cabin next door isn't empty. There must be a passenger inside.
Interesting.
But guess next door. So, can you tell us anything about the passenger who was staying in a cabin next to Asogi's?
Name is Grimsby Rolot. Grimsby? Grimsby or Grimsby? Grimsby?
Is it Grimes or Grims? I want to say Grimsby. But then again, I feel that's not right either. It could be it could be Grimesby. I can hear it as Grimesby. So
Okay.
whatever, it's fine.
Grimsby, his name is Grimsby Rolot. Roylott. He is upstanding old gentleman from the west.
A gentleman from the west, huh?
Do not bother him with pesky questions. He is knowing nothing about student murder.
How are you able to assert them so confidently? Excuse me.
Mr. Grimsby Roylott is respectable Western man.
Wow.
God, forgive me. Why would he care about lowly Asian children?
Harsh words.
By the way, when did Mr. Roylott board the ship?
You are not needing that information.
Now that I'm thinking about it, from the very start of voyage, right up until this conversation, I've never seen or heard so much as a single hint of that cabin being occupied.
If the gentleman you speak of is staying in the first-class cabin, that would mean he must be a very important person indeed. Is that correct?
Oh, you are not needing that information.
What about last night, then? Mr. Stroganoff, have you been on watch here for the entire voyage so far?
Yes. I am keeping suspicious people like you from running around ship.
Excuse me, but do you know anything about the incident last night?
It's very sad what happened to student.
At least he has some heart.
Right?
Going by what you just said, you must have been standing guard here last night too, right?
Of course.
Then, during that time, did you see anything out of the ordinary?
Hit!
Susato?
From the sound of it, I think he said "niet."
Oh, and yet. Everything was normal last night. Nothing unusual.
What about any odd noises or anyone who looks suspicious? Hey, what you looking at?
What you doing?
Yeah, my eyes are over here, buddy.
No, everything was normal.
Sorry.
Looks like he's got a striped tan on his face.
Oh, holy crap. Wait, you're right. He does. He has a pattern of it.
Yeah, and look at his profile on the court record.
Oh, is he on there?
Yeah.
I love how Sunaga actually has a sailor outfit on. Yeah.
37, holy crap.
Watchman in the first class cabin compartment as well. Senior crew's security appears to be a strong, robust Russian sailor.
Whoa.
I love how it says appears.
Uh-huh.
I already have ideas.
Something's off.
Damn it. Sorry. Frames are dropping again.
No!
And they're back.
There we go.
I wonder, though. Was it just me, or did Mr. Stroganoff glance away for a second there?
It's time to end this little chat.
Huh?
I must make a routine report to the captain. You should return to cabin as well.
All right.
Door to the second-class cabin is firmly locked and secured. Do not bother trying to escape. It is not possible.
I understand.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, let's investigate to our heart's content.
Absolutely. Well, we already did. Well, hold on. What else can we investigate? Oh, the ledger is new.
Oh.
Oh.
Hit. There we go.
I can see an old, oversized ledger book and a pen on a desk.
Apparently, it's some kind of logbook.
Well, shall we take a look inside then?
Wow, everything about this voyage is detailed such beautiful handwriting.
Yeah, I never thought these old sea dogs has lovely handwriting.
Oh, this is odd. It looks like the page for last night is almost completely blank.
So in other words, the crew members not noticed nothing out of the ordinary last night.
What the fart?
What the hell is that? That was not... Okay. I think because he wasn't there, because I think, like, at the end, we're like, well, at least I complimented him.
Oh.
Okay, well, I think the only thing we can do right now is look at the cabin door.
Examine.
Here it is. This is the cabin adjacent to Asogi's, the one with the connecting air duct.
And that air duct was where Cosima saw the speckled band, apparently.
We still might be able to solve that mystery. Let's try to talk to whoever's inside. Jesus, was that you or? Like I heard like two different knocks.
I was the fast one. The louder one was the game.
I was gonna say, like, I'm so confused.
3D.
Well, actually, that's why I'm like, I'm gonna be a very big nerd right here, but that's why I'm very excited about the PS5 architecture, because they're implementing 3D audio. And it's like, no matter what, it's like you can really tell if it's like behind you, like determining where the sound is coming from. Like, that intrigues me like no other.
Ooh, can you imagine playing a horror game with that?
Yeah, probably piss my pants. And maybe more. And I'm dropping frames like crazy.
Uh-oh. No!
And now we're back.
Okay. They didn't answer. I don't think we're going to be able to ask any questions about the room right now.
Yeah, this is inconvenient. What was that voice just now? It came from inside his cabin.
That could only be the tearful, innocent scream of a maiden in distress.
Out of the way, you lot! Oh, sorry.
I shall kick down that door post-haste.
Mr. Holmes!
Right now, I am absolutely brimming with the intense desire to kick down this door.
Please, stay here, like, for just a moment. This door appears to be unlocked.
Seriously? Well then, where exactly am I supposed to invent this urge to kick something? That aside, let's go inside. This is an emergency. There's no time to waste. Oh. A little bit of slowdown. Oh, guys. Guys, you're gonna hate me for this. Why am I tempted to stop right now? I don't know. What are you thinking?
Even though it would be dickish to do that, I think maybe probably like 15 more minutes.
Okay.
Unless you wanna.
No, I was saying like I was gonna go to 4, but I wasn't sure like when there's gonna be a good time to stop.
Oh, I
So,
see.
Yeah, let's go for just a teeny bit more.
Okay.
Here we go. Ah!
Ah!
Do you want to stick with your Russian voice?
Yeah, sure. And what do you want with me?
That Western gentleman appears to be Russian. Excuse me, we just heard what sounded like a young woman's scream coming from this room.
Scream? Stop your silly talk. As you see, I'm the only one in this cabin. No one else.
He's right. This old guy is the only person in here. But what on earth was that scream then?
Yeah, what the heck? Leave now, all of you, now!
Pardon me, Mr. Grimesby Roylott, I presume.
Doesn't sound like... Yes, I am Roylott. Who are you?
Sherlock Holmes, the one and only. Surely my reputation precedes me.
Never heard of him.
I'm the great detective. My name adorns magazine covers all across the British Empire. And so, I'm certainly no man of suspicious individual, as you can see. He's using that magazine like some kind of business card.
Detective, even more suspicious.
We are certain that we heard a scream originating from this very room. It is readily apparent that no one is hidden within your wardrobe. Therefore, if it is not too much of a bother, may I open that small trunk over there?
Stop this silliness! This trunk is very, very small. You think there is a person inside?
Well, if recent trends indicates on anything, packing people into luggage is quite popular. Please stop looking at me.
Did you see that, Nanahuda?
Wait, what did just happen? It caught in the corner of my eye.
The suitcase moved. It was like...
Oh, so it was moving. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it did. I think I did. The trunk moved, didn't it?
All of you leave, now. If you do not, I call the sailors.
Grimesby Roylott. He stayed in the cabin directly next to Asogi's. This Russian man has to be hiding something.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. We must find some sort of lead before that sailor returns.
Whew. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to continue. That's the thing. But you know what? I actually gotta address something really quick.
Okay.
Guys, there's one thing I do request that you guys, do when I make my decision regarding going or not. I don't. More so, like sometimes the way people say keep going or things like that, I guess it kind of rubs me the wrong way, because it's like more so I want to be able to. I want my say-so to be final, whatever it may be. So I do ask you guys to refrain from saying like, no, don't stop here, keep going. I'm not saying you guys mean it like that, but like it's happened previously before. And here's the thing, I want to keep going, but the thing is I'm not sure, and please do not say this or confirm or deny, I'm not sure how much longer is left here, and my throat's actually kind of giving way a little bit, personally. At the same time, I don't know, I do want to keep going, but I'm just iffy. What are you thinking?
The problem is trying to figure out if we're gonna be...
It's the frequency of things, too.
Yeah, like we just got introduced to new characters, so there's gonna be more talking. God,
I don't know.
I mean, like, I wouldn't mind taking a break, but if we do that, it means that the stream's gonna be like another hour and a half long. You know, we were aiming for like
Right.
2.5 to 3 hours.
Right.
So that's why there's that. This is what makes it hard, guys. I mean, once again, if we were recording this, this is what happens. I mean, this is where we would leave you guys off for the next video. And then also something that happens, like, you know, Danny and I weren't able to record every day, you know, like sometimes we would take like record for like once or twice a week.
Yep.
Or maybe like not even, and have that backlog, but for you guys it would be consistent. So that's why doing a live LP per se, or just doing this as a stream, you guys are seeing more so of the behind the scenes of what happens when it comes to recording LPs or getting together and collaborating. So that's why I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the frequency or the infrequency of this game moving forward. You know, it's like that's kind of where I'm at. But I think I'm gonna make the decision. Excuse me. I'm gonna make the decision. Just go ahead and calling it for here. And next time, which it could be for tomorrow, I'm not sure. Danny and I still gotta discuss this. We will continue things from there and see what's what.